last 2 weeks of my power rankings, the Rams were the number one team. And I appreciate that they've been backing my play.
Yeah.
Because their play has shown it. I've got to be straight up with y'all.
Okay.
When I called Rams-Jaguars in London, and that was the game that Puka Nacua missed, because you remember he had that ankle injury against the Ravens in a game that the Rams struggled to put points on the board and win, and they're coming to London to take on the Jaguars after spending the entire week in Baltimore, from which Sean McVay zoomed into our broadcast group in London, where the Rams had yet to go. You recall they flew on a Friday night and landed on a Saturday,
right.
And it's just like, McVay's like, that's the way we would have traveled, from the West Coast. Actually, I think they landed on Saturday. They did. Like, that's what we would do, left coast to East Coast. So we're in the East Coast going to London. That's what we're going to do. And he said to the broadcast group, you know what, Puka being out, we're going to try and use this as something helpful, because we've been really Puka dependent, and we need to show that we're a more diverse offense, so we're going to do that. Like, okay, sounds good. And all they've done is gotten better. That's all they've done. Stafford threw 5 touchdowns in that game in London and spread it around to tight ends you've never heard of, and receivers you'd never heard of, and then Davante Adams, who you've heard of. And then Stafford just threw a 4-touchdown game, and then a 4-touchdown game after that. Put it all together, and Matthew Stafford has thrown 27 straight touchdown passes without a single interception, tying Tom Brady for the longest such streak in NFL history. And then when they want to run it, because they want to, they can. And they do. They want to throw touchdowns because they want to, and they can, they do. Mm-hmm. And then defensively, they want to knock you around because they want to, and they can, they do. They want to pick you off. They want to turn you over because they want to, because they can, and they do. That's how it looks for the Los Angeles Rams right now, and that's why they are, in fact, playing like the best team in the NFL in a season we have been looking for months for that one team to separate and say, this is our season, this is our game, you try and stop it. That's what they're doing. And now they got a kicker who looks like Jared Lorenzen before he takes the jab. Jeez. The thicker kicker, they've solved that problem. That's why they lost in Philadelphia, because that's how they looked in Philadelphia for 3 quarters until they started making mistakes. The Rams are the team to beat through 12 weeks. Period. End of story. And one thing that I think they would love to do, is to win another one, obviously. To win another one with Stafford, obviously. To win another one with Stafford as an MVP quarterback, obviously. But at the end of the day, to win one in the home of the San Francisco 49ers, which was their mortal fear the year the Rams won it in their own building, because who did they play in the NFC Championship game that year? And the Rams staved that off, staved off the Bengals. 30 touchdown passes or more and fewer than 5 interceptions in the team's first 11 games in NFL history. Matthew Stafford has 30 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. The last guy to do that to that exact number was Mahomes in 2020. He did not win the MVP award because Aaron Rodgers had 33 and 4, and he won it. Rodgers had 30 and 3 in his 2014 season. He won the MVP. Rodgers had 33 and 4 in his MVP season of 2011. Brady had 39 and 4 through the first 11 games of the season, which he didn't lose a regular season game. He was the MVP. Matthew Stafford, through 12 weeks, is the MVP of this season. He is unbelievable. I said it on the Overreaction Monday pod. I repeated it right here. This year would be the year that, because at the time, Jonathan Taylor has had a couple of clunkers in the last 3 weeks because teams are now zeroing in on him in a way that the Falcons could not, like the Steelers and the Chiefs did 3 weeks ago and this past week, that obviously puts a crimp in anyone's campaign for MVP when you're not a quarterback, right? And then you're looking around, you're scanning around. There's Drake May. There's the kid in New England who's balling out for sure, but not like this. Not like this to these numbers. May is doing incredible work. But I did say that the MVP is one thing. This would be the year Matthew Stafford would erase anybody who sits around and says, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. That's how good the Rams are playing football right now. You were there last night too, Chris, right?
Yeah, I was. And after the third touchdown, the MVP chants were very, very loud.
And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Because we all know whose house it is, right? I mean, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Unreal. And Davante Adams, I mean, he's got to think he has gone to football heaven. He is so far removed from the guy the NFL films cameras mic'd up and caught having a sideline moment in Vegas, cursing at his professional predicament. With, by the way, the guy who's his backup quarterback now in Los Angeles. So far removed from that.
Didn't he say it's the most fun he's having
he did,
as a professional?
He did, in fact, say that.
Like, what?
Really interesting. You're like, okay.
28th career game with 2 or more receiving touchdowns, tying Don Hutson on the all-time list for 6th most. 2 behind Marvin Harrison Sr. and Chris Carter. 5 behind T.O., 11 behind Randy Moss. Oh, this is 21 behind Jerry Rice. What do all the other names have in common?
Gold Jackets.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is also the year people think Davante Adams is a Hall of Famer.
Dude, if they didn't think that before, I don't know what else to say.
I think he went to Vegas and people kind of forgot about him.
Well.
And the Jets, too.
Well, what happens there, right?
For sure.
Oh, by the way, look at Hoskins back in your play here. Hit it.
I mean, to some degree, yeah. I think I'm definitely, most importantly, I'm having the most fun playing that I've ever had, and real grateful for the opportunity to play for a team like this.
And because again, you use the, it's like an ATM. You want savings or checking? The money coming out of savings. You want it coming out of running or passing or defense?
They have to lead the league in 1-yard touchdown passes, right? It's always going to him on a goal line fade, and he always catches it.
It's because he has some of the best moves that can't be stopped. There was, Collinsworth in his 500th career broadcast, by the way, congrats to him, showed how his footwork against the corner covering him who had outside leverage and inside help. Adams beat that easily. Yeah, and of course, and then a perfect throw from Stafford, and then the two of them on the sideline yucking it up. NBC caught that camera of them, two of them just like mimicking what just happened. Having a blast. Why not? It's all working. Trading places, Jiff. Feeling good. Looking good, Billy Ray. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.